How my auntie unalived my parents. This is a true story. Literally been shaking since I watched the 4 parts of this story. Honestly speaking, if you did not believe in witchcraft before, start to dey believe now. You need to start believing because it's real. So this lady up here came to tell us about how her auntie unalived her parents emotionally, physically. They did not need to use a gun. I mean the auntie. But her auntie unalived her parents. How did this happen? She went back to she talked about the background of this story, like starting from part 1, part 2. It has like 4 parts. So if you've not watched it, you can go and watch. I watched this 4 part story, so you don't have to stress yourself watching. So I'm going to give you the summary of everything that happened. So she talked about the beginning, how her parents had to leave Ghana to UK because they had family issues in Ghana. So they had to leave to UK. And when they got to UK, one of their sisters, like the mom's sister, decided that, oh, they should come and stay with her. She was even the one that sent the whole invitation for them to come to UK. So now let's note that the mom has 2 sisters. Let's say sister 1 and sister 2. So when the mom and the husband got to UK initially, they said with sister 1. But sister 1, after a while, was like, oh, she needs to get a husband. She wanted to get married. So they had to leave sister 1's house and they started staying in sister 2's house. Now, going to sister 2's house, that was when everything started. Staying with sister 2, they felt like, oh, they needed to get a job. That's her mom and dad. But then sister 2 was like, it's going to be hard for you to get a job. You are illegal immigrants, yada, yada, yada. So then what happened was that sister 2 decided that, okay, they should get false identity for them to get a job in UK. And they decided to accept that's her suggestion. So they got false identities, and after a while they got a job. They started working in this job. Now fast forward to months later, the husband is now giving money to sister 2 to take care of the bills in the house because they're staying with fits of bills. This man is giving money to sister 2, and then sister 2 starts giving them attitude, making them feel uncomfortable in the house. But they already had one plan to make sure they leave the house because they're already feeling very uncomfortable. There was even a scenario where sister 2 went and started searching the man's properties and the man's papers just to see his pay slips and see how much he was earning because he has gotten a job. Now they got money, and God willingly they got a house. They got their first property in UK. They started to tell sister 2, oh, thank you for your hospitality, we are leaving, thank you for everything you've done. And that's when sister 2 start shouting, you are ungrateful after everything I've done for you people, blah blah blah. But they just took it in and was like, oh, thank you so much, and they left. They moved out of sister 2's house to their own property. Now fast forward to months later, one morning, police people came to raid their house and they arrested her mom and her dad. They put the mom and the dad in 2 different prisons, and at that time her mom was pregnant for 3 weeks while her father was in prison for 6 weeks, and they said it was because of impersonation, that's getting someone's identity to buy a property. Now after talking to the lawyers, her dad found out that it was sister 2 that actually went to report to the police that, oh,